In this part, we will create lights around the model's head. We will also take a look at the Radial symmetry feature. To add the lights, we need to add the emissive channel. The emissive channel setting will only apply to the selected texture set. We create a fill layer which we will fill with color that we want the light to be. Then we add a black mask, which will filter out which part of the surface contains the lights. If the previous tool that you used was the polygon fill tool, then that will be selected. Select the split 3D and 2D option. With the polygon fill tool, you can select based on the geometry of the model, and can select polygons both in 3D and 2D. You can see that when you drag in the 3D view, you sometimes might accidentally select other polygons as well in other parts of the model. Sometimes it's much easier to select in the 2D view. If you select UV chunk fill, it will fill the whole UV island with the color you have selected. Black will hide and white will show the underlying light color. The mesh fill the whole mesh. In this particular model, everything in the head texture set is on the same mesh. So when you click on any of the UV islands, it will select the whole head part of the model. We try out the glare lens effect option to make it look more interesting when rendering inside Substance Painter. Here you can see that when we change the properties of the metal, the glare is also affected as well. This option will let you render the image with the built-in renderer. You can also enable Vignette to fade out the corners in the rendered image. Here I'm adjusting some of the glare properties again to make it more pronounced. Ambient occlusion intensity affects how strong the shadows are in the indented areas of the model, and therefore also how the light looks in those areas as well. This is the final result with Vignette. In this next part, we will look at painting with symmetry, and more specifically radial symmetry, where we paint with many brushes at the same time. The X, Y, and Z symmetry properties let you choose where the center of your model should be. We will need a paint layer to paint, created just over the base layer. For testing purposes, we only want the paint to affect the color and roughness values, so we disable metal, normal, and height information for now. To paint only on the normal and height channels, we disable color, metal, and roughness. As you can see, we can now draw height information with the height parameter. Adjust the height with the black and white values. Values on the left side of the middle black line will be indented, and values on the right of the middle black line will be over the surface. The count and angle span properties affects how many brushes and at what angle it will be painted. Adjusting the center because it's a little bit off. Here's an example of changing the angle span to a different angle. In the final part, we will explore some particle systems to make dripping paint, blood, and oil spills.